Howdy folks, I'm here at this interesting wish tree or whatever it is exactly. Just a short walk, about a 15-minute walk or so from my apartment here in Jasper. It seems to be all like children's toys. Not sure exactly what the deal is, but kind of cool. Alright, so this video is titled "We Can't Forsake the Third Dimension." So there's a common belief and tendency within many spiritual, belief systems, religions, paths, etc., of focusing on trying to lift out of the physical realm and to deny the physical body and to focus on the upper dimensions, or heaven, if you will. Basically this fundamental view that Earth is a difficult, challenging, bad place where the lessons are too hard and there's too much uncertainty and turmoil and all the crappy stuff that happens on Earth, and that the solution then is to focus on getting out of here and forsaking Earth and your body and the third dimension and ascending into the spiritual realms. So as I understand it anyway, then this is a dualistic approach, and it is a fundamental misunderstanding of the connection between spirit and body, between spirit and matter and physical reality. That the physical world, all that it is doing is reflecting with absolute perfection, as in a mirror, our own inner state, our own consciousness. There's nothing wrong with the physical realm. To blame the physical world for the challenges that come about as a result of being here is akin to blaming a mirror for how you look. So this belief that there's something wrong with the third dimension and that the solution is to get out of here and get into the upper realms is a misunderstanding and a inability to take full responsibility for your own experience, and to understand that your own experience is simply a perfect reflection of your own inner state and showing you the lessons you need to learn in order to evolve and grow yourself. Now, what else I have come to understand is that basically what we are doing, those of us who are really seeking to raise our vibration and have memories and or impressions of coming from somewhere else to Earth to assist at this time, star seeds, they say, is that we are basically bringing that higher vibration here to Earth, as opposed to simply coming here to give some helpful tips and lessons, that we have learned from these other realms, rather than just coming here to share that perspective in order to help other people who may have been here on Earth for longer get out of here. It's about bringing that other dimensional reality here to Earth for the sake of transmuting and transforming the physical realm, of actually truly and deeply affecting the vibration of physical reality. As I understand it, basically the third dimension is becoming less dense. This is a time in which we've sort of reached the apex, the furthest away point from source energy, and it is now beginning to be drawn back into the upper realms and upper dimensions. That is something that I presume will take a great amount of time, but there also could be some tremendous leaps along the way. I don't know how all this stuff works, but so our ultimate goal is really to bring that higher vibration of light and love and living at peace here to the planet and anchor it fully into this third dimension and into our physical body. And in so doing, transform it, transmute it. And then when moving back into those other realms and dimensions, bringing the physical realm, your physical body, along with you. Now I'm going to give a couple of very potent examples. One is to think of an atomic bomb and the tremendous amount of energy that it shows is tied up in matter. E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Now, as if the speed of light isn't already fast enough, you square it and times that by the matter, and that's how much energy is in physical matter. Now, all energy comes from God. All moving energy and unmoving potential energy is part of God. The only thing that isn't part of God is lack of vibration. So the atomic bomb is an expression of God's power. Now, it is obviously being used for extremely nefarious and bad purposes, and nuclear energy as well, even though being used to power humanity at this time, is, in my view, a matter of humans playing with God's power without understanding the full implications, and is not something that should be happening. But the point is to understand how much energy is tied up in physical matter, and that all has to be transmuted back into moving energy, into light, in order for there to be true oneness in the universe at some time in the future. Now I'm going to give another very powerful example, and that is the ascension of Jesus. So, in the Bible, and I don't remember which book or gospel or whatever, then it says that after 3 days, then they went to the cave where they had put the body of Jesus wrapped in a shroud and rolled away the stone and discovered that his body was gone. Yeah, I'll just do a quick little pan of the woods here, off the trail and wandering about through the trees, but nice and quiet here. So Jesus' body was not there, even though he was confirmed to have died, and there was no way that if he had been inside and had come back to life, that he was going to roll that stone away again. Although who knows, considering the powers of Jesus. But anyways, the testimony is that Jesus' body disappeared. Now there is also some physical evidence of that, the Shroud of Turin, and I just did a video on the Shroud of Turin a little while ago. I'll go ahead and post that video below this one for anyone who wants to look further into that. There are, of course, allegations that it's a forgery. The carbon dating has shown that that the cloth is from the medieval time, but I've been looking into it a little bit more and becoming more and more convinced that it very well may in fact be the burial cloth of Jesus. The belief is that when Jesus ascended, he took his body with him. He basically transformed his body to light in an instant, and it created this blast of radiation, of matter turning to light, to pure energy. And this blasted the shroud and created an imprint of his image. And it is, I believe, the most studied artifact in the world, and scientists can't determine what created the image on the shroud. It's it's nothing simple like paint or burning or etching or anything like that. You also have to keep in mind the fact that the full extent of the image on the shroud was not discovered until the invention of the camera. So if it was created even if, as people allege that it was a forgery from the medieval period, how does somebody create a forgery that then can't be determined by science what created it, and the full extent of the image that was created isn't able to be seen until half a millennium later with the invention of the camera, a technology that couldn't even have been conceived of. Now there's the other element, which is the radiocarbon dating, and apparently if there was radiation involved, then that would have thrown off the radiocarbon dating. And a History Channel study of it that I watched a couple of years ago, in that they determined that the only thing that made sense that could have caused the image on the shroud was photons, in other words, light. So everything kind of seems to be pointing to it being an authentic artifact, and maybe it was some other guy that, other than Jesus, that turned into light. The thing is that everything on the Shroud of Turin corresponds with the descriptions of the wounds that Jesus suffered, of someone who was crucified, with holes in the hands and the feet, bruises all over the body, and a puncture wound in the side of the body. Like, everything corresponds with the biblical accounts of Jesus' crucifixion. So, getting back to the point here, getting a little sunshine finally, then this is a powerful message. Jesus could have left his body and ascended, into pure spirit, leaving his body behind, but he did not. He took his body with him. That's no, accident or petty detail. That, to me, is a recognition of the divinity of the physical body, and thus of the physical realm, and the importance of imbuing spirituality and spiritual divine energies into the physical world and into our body fully and completely, in order to ultimately bring physical reality back up into spirit. So I think that pretty well conveys what I'm trying to get across here. Now, how exactly to, how to do that, there's a whole wide spectrum of exercises and beliefs, coming into the full power of the mind and aligning with the emotions and raising the Kundalini energy. Yoga is very much about infusing your chi with your physical body. Meditation, of course, there's a whole broad spectrum of different things that we can do, and which many of us are making use of, in order to continue increasing our vibration and moving more and more in that direction of infusing our whole being, not just our mind, not just our spirit, but our heart, our emotional body, our physical body, with divine love. And in so doing, transform and transmute the physical realm so that it can come back into spirit as well. And that is really the heart of the meaning of oneness. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.